everybody. How are you? Come to you from our other branch over in Laurel, Indiana. Um, so today is going to be a really quick one. I'm going to talk about the new Suzanne Collins book. So most of you should be aware of the Hunger Games. Wonderful dystopian book series. We all fell in love with it. I was actually a real hesitant person when it first came out. I didn't intend to read it. I am the worst person about book covers. If I don't like the book cover, I'm not going to pick it up. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. There's that old adage, don't judge a book by its cover. And that was one of them. Highly impressed with the series. Loved it. Loved the movie series, actually. The adaptation was phenomenal. Of course, cinematic liberties, obviously things get changed. Many of you may not know that The Hunger Games was originally a young Hoosier book for Indiana for the 6 to 8 grades. So sometimes you get surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by The Hunger Games. So in a highly anticipated prequel, I know we were all hearing about it and all of us, wanted to say, hey, here we go. What happened? How did Pan Am get it where it was? And all this stuff. And I was a little disappointed, honestly, that the book is about snow. How many of you actually liked President Snow in the books and in the movies? I wasn't a fan. But this is Suzanne Collins' new book, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This takes place at the 10th Hunger Games. Now, if you catch me looking over here to the side, I've got some notes to kind of help me out here. Unfortunately, I do have a tendency to forget things. But if you were hoping to see Katniss and Gale and everybody, you're not going to, obviously. This is about Snow when Snow was younger. Snow actually is attending a school called the Academy. Now, the districts do exist. There are still districts, but there's still only 12. What I was hoping to see out of this book was a little bit more explanation about District 13 and how they ended up basically going undercover. So, not sure what happened there. Still waiting, hoping that Suzanne Collins does something on District 13. But, of course, this does give us a little bit more insight about Snow, what he's like. He actually befriends a young girl from District 12, ironically. Anybody else see the connection there? I'm not going to give away what happens to this person in District 12, but he does get involved in the reaping. So, Snow actually is part of the Hunger Games. But this is one of those that maybe we need to take a step back. And we know Snow is the villain in the Hunger Games. But remember, there's always something that leads up to that causes that person to be that way. Not most people aren't born that way. So if you really want to get back into the world of the Hunger Games, which I highly recommend that you do, it's summertime. You got plenty of time to get out there and read a book. I suggest you check out The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, whether you like Snow or not. But this book will give you a lot more information into what happened, how this came about. Now, the one thing that doesn't get answered is how the Hunger Games actually got started completely. It's not there, but it's okay. It actually comes in about the 10th Hunger Games after the Dark Days. And if you think about how, if you watch reality TV, okay, let's use like Survivor, or Real Housewives. Sorry, that's one of my guilty pleasures. I watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Anyway, they always look for that hook. There's always a hook that's going to draw your audience back in because your audience starts to get bored after a while. So in the original Hunger Games, they were in just like a stadium type deal, almost like the Roman cathedrals. It's the only thing I can think of when they had the gladiator fights. But they had to have a hook because they were losing their viewership. So Snow is actually in on how they changed it up and what that does. And just think about anything that you watch now today and you get bored with it, but then all of a sudden there's a hook. There's something that comes in that makes you go, oh, maybe I need to continue to watch this. So give this book right here. Hello, Suzanne Collins, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Wow, that reflection is crazy. Give it a try. Both Laurel and Brookville have the book. The last I checked, though, it was actually checked out in Brookville. But it is currently in at Laurel. If you would like to have this book, feel free to call after 1 o'clock to either Brookville or Laurel branches and request the book or put it on hold online. And when we pull the hold list, we'll obviously get it and get you set up with a scheduled time to pick it up at either Laurel or Brookville. Remember, we are still curbside pickup only, but you can still request items. And this one's up for grabs. Now, next week, I'll try another book. Probably something that most of you have never heard of. It's more fun for me to read something that's a little bit more obscure, not the mainstream, not what everybody's reading. I like reading different things. So please remember curbside only pickup still, but you can still reserve books. You can still have them picked up. You can reserve DVDs as well. So, all right, guys, let's get this day started. I'm working hard on getting some stuff put together for you. Hopefully on Thursday, have something a little fun for us to do next time. So to all of you out there today, enjoy the sunshine while we've got it and have a wonderful Tuesday. See ya. Bye.